Welcome back. With oil prices falling almost daily and the economy of Trinidad and Tobago being revised, what does it mean for the average consumer like you and me? For tonight's business report, Roger Dwarika got into the nitty-gritty with two independent commentators from the University of the Southern Caribbean.
5 days on, and the Prime Minister's statement still dominates newscasts, morning programs and making newspaper headlines. Opinion has been divided, though, on how the economic and, by extension, political statement reflects the wider picture of the decreasing oil prices. As the saying goes, the devil is in the detail, but the finer points are yet to be announced. For example, the Phoenix Gas IPO. The reality is oil prices have been falling daily, ending today at $46 a barrel for West Texas Intermediate, leaving investors praying for a settling floor. That's so far not in sight.
To me, it seems as we now have a new fiscal budget in truth and in reality, and therefore they need to exactly say, okay, revenues is going to be based upon $45 a barrel, US dollars, then they should say exactly what is going to happen to expenditure in terms of through the different ministries.
According to the Prime Minister, the budget price has been revised by almost half to $45 US a barrel. Placing the falling oil prices in the international context, within the Eurozone, there's been consumer benefit. For example, at the pump, the price of a gallon of petrol is now cheaper. Additionally, prices of goods in the supermarkets are slightly down. However, locally, because of the fuel subsidy and TNT being an energy-producing and export economy, consumers won't see any change at the pumps.
For the customers who are utilizing premium in their vehicles, for want of a better word, they are paying actually a tax because there's no subsidy on premium, and therefore the prices, because it's fixed, is not falling as it should, as in other international economies. For locally produced goods, there wouldn't really be a change due to the fact of that fall in price that people may expect. However, for imported goods, the goods in the international market, there may be a reduction in its price in terms of how it's produced. However, it's up to the local suppliers who import these products and then they sell it. Would they transmit lower prices to the consumer? And that's something to look at.
Economics goes hand in hand with politics, and this being an election year, it was imperative that government allay public concerns. But one political analyst says diversification is going to be a critical pillar.
You don't want to be pessimistic. And there may be a positive in it in that we may all realize now that we have to jump on board, get onto the growth paths in growing industries, and put investment monies there so that we can see a change in the economic focus from the oil and gas base into a more diversified platform.
So far, the international credit rating agencies haven't downgraded TNT's investment position despite the falling oil prices, and this can only serve to bolster confidence in the economy. Roger Dwarika, C Business Report.